You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Cotton Candy Flame, who once again wants me to review a Teen Titans episode, this time Aftershock Part 1. We're getting towards the end of the Terra arc. I still think it's pretty bad. I've gone over basically all of the general feelings I have about this show. I really think the biggest problem with it is that there's just way too much action. This episode in particular is like 80% fight scenes, and the fight scenes are just not good. Because, for one thing, alright, like, I know, because I've seen this before, that Terra is going to die, question mark, at the end of the second part of this episode. However, we're watching Aftershock Part 1. So the first, 5-10 minutes of the episode, well, I guess not 10 minutes, the first 5 minutes is just Terra fighting all the Teen Titans. It's sort of reintroducing her, showing that she's a bad guy now, and they have a big fight. Well, I'm not worried about anybody in this fight. I know that nobody's going to get hurt or die. They're just kind of a back and forth. None of the powers are really being used in interesting or creative ways. It's just people throwing down back and forth just to kind of reintroduce Terra. Boring fight. Then we get to, they use these three big monster guys who had been introduced in previous episodes to split up the Titans, so each of them is fighting a different one of these big monster guys. And it's all just a distraction. Again, big long fight sequence, no concern about anything. I know none of the Titans are going to lose to these practically faceless mooks, you know. There's not really that creative use of powers. It's pretty boring. Then finally, the last part of the episode is Terra once again fighting everybody, and this time there's actually something going on. It's her having her back and forth dialogue with each character about how she feels about them. The only one of these that I thought was interesting at all was her fight with Raven. And it's funny because they fight in a room that's filling up with mud, and it's two chicks fighting in the mud, clearly meant to be a mud wrestling cat fight kind of thing, which I think is hilarious. It's unfortunate though that they don't really have shots of the mud dripping off of them or anything. It's mostly just they're covered in, they're just brown, they're just colored brownly. I do think there was an opportunity here for a sexy fucking mud fight, but unfortunately, you don't get that so much. But as the fight goes on, it gets to a point where Terra's really pressing Raven's buttons because she's like, oh, you try to act like you're all fucking cool and collected, but the truth is that you're hurt because you trusted me, and you thought I was your friend, you dumb bitch. And then Raven's like, ah! She goes into fucking Four Eyes mode. That was the only part that was an effective character moment on some level. But everybody has the same relationship with Terra. The only people who have had any real interaction with her that was meaningful were Beast Boy and Raven, because the episodes she's been in, she hasn't really had enough time to, become a member of the team, have relationships with everybody. It's mostly just Raven didn't trust her and then magically did, and is now pretending she didn't, which I guess is fine. And then Beast Boy was in love with her. She betrayed him, he betrayed her emotions, she goes crazy, she goes to the dark side. She's way too into being evil. I don't know. It's hard for me to buy some of this stuff. Again, too little fleshed out about these characters, particularly Terra. We didn't spend enough time with her to really feel the betrayal, to really feel any kind of arc going on. It just kind of seems like this plot structure was figured out and then just executed without an attempt to make it feel believable. So, most of the character beats are just not that interesting. Again, the fighting's not that interesting, and it goes on forever. There's a part where she fights Robin, and they're hand-to-hand fighting, and I'm like, why are you fighting him on his own terms? Just hit him with a rock, what the hell's going on here? It's kind of implied that Terra is just somehow stronger than all the Titans. On some level, I get that they are trying to hold back so that they don't kill her, I guess. But, why is it that her grabbing Raven with a bunch of hands when Raven's in, full darkness mode is enough to defeat her when Raven should be, way more powerful? None of the power levels are really clearly defined, so I guess it's fair enough, but I just don't buy it, dog. Slade and Terra are definitely fucking. You get that vibe really hardcore. And the other thing is that, like, all Terra does is just kind of trap all the Titans underground. Like, she just kind of buries each of them and is like, I destroyed the Titans. And it's like, no, you just kind of put them... You just kind of put them in a different place where they can easily escape from. You know, you didn't even kill them. Seems, I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's the idea, is that she was actually just trying to get them out of the way so Slade wouldn't kill them. I don't fucking know. Overall, I thought this was cheesy as hell. The dialogue is mega fucking corny all throughout this episode. So many stupid one-liners that are just groan-worthy. Again, it was mostly tensionless action scenes that have no real sense of choreography, no real sense of creativity. The music is bland and monotonous. The sound effects have no impact. Not my kind of thing. And I'm sure that this is not, like, indicative of how Teen Titans always is. I mean, I've heard this arc has been criticized before, and, like, I never really understood before, like, why people came down so hard on this arc. Now that I'm watching it, I feel like I understand, and it makes me wonder, like, is it that... I mean, I'm sure, to an extent, Teen Titans is just doesn't hold up to my memory of it, because, like, there's so many elements of it that I think are weak as I watch it now. But I also wonder if this isn't just, like, the worst arc. I also have to wonder, again, if Cotton Candy Flame wanted me to shit on this or to end up liking it somehow, since I have been even more disdainful towards it every single rant. But, you know, there's only one left, so I guess we'll be probably riding this to the end.